and welcome to Jazz Times and Sure Jazz in Europe. My name is Dekel Bor. It's an absolute pleasure to play for you all. We're live from Berlin. I'd like to introduce the fantastic musicians joined by me today. From Hungary, Peter Somos at the drums. The expat from the US, Matt Adomite at the bass. We opened with a song written for one of my closest mentors and heroes, the great Billy Hart. It was Billy's birthday the day before yesterday, so Billy, we love you. I'll see you real soon. And this one is called Jabali. And we're going to continue with a song that I just wrote, I think last week. As much as I like to keep things professional, I just got married to this goddess of an angel, and this one is for her. Baby, if you're watching, I still love you. Beautiful work, man, with the hands and everything. So I don't have a name for it. If you guys have a name and you might leave a comment, I would love to get your ideas. At this point, the working title is Gozal Or Tza'ov Matok, which in Hebrew translates to a baby bird, a yellow baby bird that's sweet. The next one is the title from my most recent album on Ropeadope, who are also hosting this entire series. The album is called Let Love Rule. It's been an incredible journey playing the music from the album, and this song is kind of became the title for the album, the title for the tour that we had this past summer, and all the live streams. It's kind of been like an audience favorite, and it really kind of sums up this entire chapter of 2-3 years of making the album and then playing behind it. And I think that title, those 3 words, really strongly resonate with me. So wherever you are, let love rule, and we really hope to play for you some more. This is it. I'd like to, I'd love to. I'm excited and honored to welcome, what an absolute pleasure. What a treat. This is really one of the greatest gems of artists in jazz of the past couple of decades, with a series of unbelievable albums behind her. A true icon to so many people, listeners, students, peers. Please give a very, 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 very warm welcome, wherever you are, to the one and only Judy Niemack.
Thank you,
Judy,
my dear.
I'm
So happy to be here.
have you.
Yeah.
You look fantastic.
That
as always.
was, thank you. That was so beautiful.
I wrote it myself.
Chill.
A little help with some people, but.
Yeah, it's really nice. Put us both in a good mood out there listening.
Means a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
So, what are we starting with? What's
Let's
your
start with the
song?
bossa nova.
Great, beautiful.
This was one I recorded on my first CD.
Wow,
back in with Cedar Walton.
Wow.
And Joey Barron.
Wow.
And Ray Drummond.
Wow.
It was a crazy group because they had actually never played together. Because they're kind of different, actually.
Yeah.
They were all in my world, and I was like, oh, I want him, I want him. It was like 1990 or whatever.
Wow.
But it was fun. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, it's a cool song, Billie Holiday.
So
I mean,
this is
she
also
sang
my
it.
favorite version. I mean,
Yeah.
Billie Holiday version.
But now I took it to the Brazilian group.
Absolutely, you completely made it your own.
We'll see.
So
we'll make it our own. Yeah.
You go to my head. Judy.
Let's do it. So just like one, two, refrain, and I find you spinning round in my brain like the bubbles in a glass of champagne. You go to my head like a sip of sparkling burgundy brew, and I find the very mention of you like the kicker in a julep or two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea casts a spell over me. But I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Can't you see it never can be? You go to my head like a summer with 1,000 Julys. When I look at you, you intoxicate my soul with your eyes, and I'm certain that this heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head. the thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea, cast a spell over me. But I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Don't you see, it never can be. You go to my head like a summer with 1,000 Julys. Every time I look at you, you intoxicate my soul with your eyes. I'm certain that this heart of mine, it hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head, 'cause you go to my head. You go to my head. I don't know just what to do when I look at you. You go to my head. Ay, 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 ooh.
That was so beautiful.
Oh,
So I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
because You're one of. There used to be this psychological divide between a vocalist, a singer, and an instrumentalist. And you're one of the greatest examples of someone that completely bridges all these worlds of
thank you.
improvising, like on the level of the greatest instrumentalist of the genre. And what was the impetus? What was the tipping point that you kind of felt like, oh, this is something that I have to climb this mountain?
Thank you for that acknowledgement, first of all. And it happened when I was 18 and I met Warren Marsh, my teacher, the saxophone player who was living in my hometown in California, Pasadena. And I was in high school and I had been singing everything, rock, madrigal, chamber choir. I was studying opera.
Wow.
From the time, because of singing rock and losing my voice, then I was like, I got to get some lessons. And I had a teacher, Primolino Puccinelli, who taught me coloratura. It was wonderful.
I'll have two of that.
He made his own wine in the garage.
Wow.
So anyway, I got into it then, and Warren gave me that song we were talking about, Parker's Mood, from my first lesson. He's like, come back next week and sing Charlie Parker's Mood.
So you went with him?
No, then
I go to Kansas City?
So yeah, and then I returned in a year.
Right.
I was terrified.
I
was like, I'd never even really listened to Charlie Parker. I was like, I can't do that. And I kept on studying opera and classical, and I went to New England. I mean, went back to him, studied. So anyway, that was kind of the impetus. I loved Ella, but I wanted to be able to do what he was doing, what the sax players were doing. But there weren't that many singers doing that, and none of the singers shared their knowledge back then. So
for someone who's kind of watching this, because it seems like a miracle, how difficult is that? I mean, just to hear all the harmony in your head and.
It takes a lot of time, and you have to just want it really bad. I mean, I was practicing in my garage with a pitch pipe. I didn't even have a piano, but it made me very independent. I had to do all the scales and exercises the sax players did and be able to sing the chord changes to every tune. It's handy when you're in a jam session, right? And you want the bass player to hear a change. You just go, ba, 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 ba.
So if we're speaking about Charlie Parker, that's, for many of us, that's like the mecca of bebop band music.
Sure.
So maybe let's do one of
Let's
his.
do it. Let's do that one. You want to?
Absolutely. Confirmation?
Oh, I was thinking of the blues of the Parker's Mood.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
B flat, which key?
I can do it in B flat.
Any key you'd like.
But it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not going to play the melody, or am I?
I'd love to.
Okay, I like it in G. I like it in G. Right? Yeah. Woo. I'm feeling low down and blue. My heart is full of sorrow. Don't hardly know what to do. Where will I be tomorrow? Go to Kansas City, wanna go to. No, you can't make it with me. I'm going to Kansas City. Sorry, but I can't take you. When you see me loving, hang your head and cry. When you see me leaving, baby, hang your head and cry. I guess there's nothing in the screaming, dreaming town a honky-tonky monkey woman could do. She'd only bring herself down. So long, everybody. Yes, and the time is coming, I must leave you. So if I don't ever see your smiling face again, make a promise to remember, like a Christmas day in December, that I told you all through thick and thin, on up until the end. Charlie Parker's been your friend. Don't hang your head when you see those 6 pretty horses pulling me. Just put a $20 silver piece on my watch chain. Look at the smile on my face. Sing a little song to let the world know I'm free. Don't cry for me, 'cause I'm going to Kansas City. You got it. Coming, I must leave you. So if I don't ever see your smiling face again, just make a promise to remember, like a Christmas day in December, that I told you all through thick and thin, on up until the end. Parker's been your friend. Don't hang your head when you see those 6 pretty horses pulling me. Just put a $20 silver piece on my watch chain. Look at the smile on my face. Sing a little song, don't let the world know I'm free. Don't cry for me, 'cause I'm going to Kansas City. Come with me if you wanna go to Kansas City, Kansas City. come on with me. Yeah, woo! Gosh, I haven't sung that in so long. I'm amazed I remembered it.
I mean, there's such beauty to this common language of doing one thing at like rehearsal, sound check, and then getting up there, and you just want to do something different, and they know who you are, they speak the language. We love you, Judy.
Oh, it's mutual. Me too. I'm so glad to be here. Yeah. I mean, we did rehearse some other tunes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We did one of them, right?
So
I
know
what do you
this-
feel like doing?
I know there's on one of the albums this drop dead gorgeous version of Round Midnight. I mean, if we're talking about a classic, I heard someone say, the great Reggie Workman, I used to play in his band, and he would say that if you wanna hear the sound of jazz, just put any Monk tune, and that's all encapsulated right there.
Exactly.
And you do it completely in your own beautiful way.
Thank you. I would love to dive into Monk. He's definitely one of my favorites. I do a lot of Monk tunes. Yeah, and this one is, wow. It's a great lyric as well.
Let's hear it.
It begins to tell round midnight, round midnight. I do pretty well till after sundown. But supper time, I'm feeling sad. But it really gets bad around midnight. Memories always start round about midnight. Around midnight, I haven't got the heart to stand all those memories when my heart is still with you. And old midnight knows it too. Just a quarrel that we had, somehow it needs mending. But does that mean that our love is ending? My darling, I need you, you know. Lately I find you're out of my arms. That's why I'm out of my mind. So let our love take wing some midnight, round midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight rolls around. Just a quarrel that we had, it needs mending. But does that mean that our love is ending? My darling, I need you, and lately I find you're out of my mind, and I can't stand it anymore. So let our love take wing some midnight, round midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight rolls Yeah, Thelonious Monk.
So as we're wrapping up this session, there's a huge fan of yours by the name of Mackenzie from Pittsburgh that wants to say hello, and she loves you.
Nice.
And she's a producer of this show.
Oh, great.
And there's a couple of thank yous that we'd love to shout out. First of all, thank you to Jazz Times for hosting the series, and Ropeadope Records, my label, for initiating and pushing and promoting and supporting. Thanks to Shure Microphones for making us sound like $1 million. Thanks to Category 5 for making me sound like $1 million. Gibson and Kid McKay made this wonderful lifetime instrument. I'd like to thank MS Audio Productions in Berlin, who's hosting the sessions from Berlin. The amazing band that I have with me. Peter Somos at the drums. Matt Adomite at the bass. Sasha is doing camera work. The fantastic Matthias Schilling is doing our sound in an incredibly beautiful way, and my once-in-a-lifetime guest, Judy Niemack.
Thank you.
Let this be a beginning for a second time.
Definitely.
This is one of your greatest specialties, and one of the most difficult things to pull off. One of the hardest tunes in jazz. This is a legendary track from a legendary album in a legendary club, from a legendary band in a legendary time. There's a lot of legends right there. This is John Coltrane's Impression. Became one of the, almost like a testing ground for every saxophone player for about 60 years now, and Judy is just taking it to a whole other level. So thank you for watching. Please get in touch, leave a comment, share it if you enjoy it. We'd love to see you next week. Igor Opisov is guesting. Great guitarist from Russia. The week after that, the great Weiss from New York. Join us, stick with us, follow us, we'll follow you, and have a great night. Judy.
Thanks. This is my lyric on this tune. It's called Coltrane Sound.
Whoa!
With the new title.
Let's do it.
All right. Good?
Yeah, keep doing it.
Right on it? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come around to hear impressions of Coltrane sound, deep and wide. He's got a sound you can't get inside, hard as ice, but with a soul straight from paradise. I'm hearing Coltrane sound. I feel so free I could leave the ground when I'm hearing Coltrane. I'm hearing Coltrane. I'm hearing train playing. He is lifting me up to the sky far Come around to hear impressions of Coltrane sound, deep and wide. He's got a sound you can't get inside, cold as ice, and with a soul straight from paradise. I'm hearing Coltrane sound. I feel so free I could leave the ground. I feel so free I could leave the ground. I feel so free I could leave. I could leave the ground.
Judy Niemack! Judy Niemack.
Yeah, I love it.
Matt Adomite at the bass.
We left
Peter
the ground.
Somos at the drums. My name is Dekel Thank you to MS Audio. Thank you to Jazz Time, Sure, Ropeadope. I'm forgetting someone, but if I'm getting you, I love you. Have a great night. Join us next week. Bye-bye.